and welcome. You are watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Deepika Lingdor, bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. Due to World Press Freedom Day, journalists, broadcast animators and an executive for Radio Bosco in Lubumbashi, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, gathered on Sunday, May 9th for a day of sharing in the space Belause Sentique, in the center of Lubumbashi. The festive day with dances, dynamics of fraternity and moments of dialogue and confrontation between everyone was promoted by the general management of the radio in honor of all the staffs. The appointment was also provided an opportunity for the broadcaster staff to get in touch with the new director, Don Jonas Yav, who takes over from Don Donatien Banze, called out to carry other pastoral tasks for the province of Central Africa AFC. One of the pillars of enology and the wine industry of province of Mendoza, Argentina has just turned 120 years old. It is the work Don Bosco, a house of studies and church located in the heart of Rodeo del Medio in Maipú. Without a doubt, most of the inhabitants of Mendoza have heard of Don Bosco. In addition to being the birthplace of several technicians in the sector, sommeliers and enologists, the Parish Maria Auxiliatrice was one of the first churches founded in the province and is still active together with the kindergarten, primary, secondary, upper and university oriented to the study of viticulture. The history of Salesian work in Mendoza dates back more than 120 years with a group of Salesians from Italy. The arrival of the first religious took place in 1898. And the beginning of the work was possible thanks to the donation of land by Lucila, Barrio Nuevo, Pescara de Bombal. Just over 10 days after the feast of Mary Help of Christians, two important news arrive for the members of the Salesian family who intend to prepare adequately for this anniversary. Firstly, the booklets that accompany the celebration of the World Novena promoted by the Salesian headquarters are now available online. In addition, the programs of the celebration scheduled for 23rd and 24th May by the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians in Turin has become clarified in official form. The booklets, which saw the joint coordination of the Association of Mary Help of Christians ADMA, IME, Communicazione and Salesians Info Agency, present for each day of Novena, the biblical reference from which to start for reflection, the updating of the Gospel passage, an episode taken from the life of Don Bosco, and the final prayer. The interventions and witnesses of influencers remain accessible instead exclusively through the videos of the novena. The booklets have been elaborated in Italian, English, Spanish, French and Portuguese and can be freely downloaded on the institutional website of the congregation www.sdb.org. On May 5th, the virtual pilgrimage of the Salesian Family 2021 took place at the National Basilica Our Lady of Guadalupe. The event was broadcast in real time by the official channels of the Basilica's social networks and replicated on the social channels of the Salesian province of Mexico City, MEM. The solemn Eucharist was presided over by Father Ignacio Ocampo Uribe, Inspector MEM, and concelebrated by the Provincial Council and various Salesians, and thanks to the new technologies, thousands of faithful and members of the Salesian family were able to participate. In the evening, an event of the Salesian family was celebrated on a Zoom platform with about 300 participants, during which Don Hugo Orozco, Councillor for the Inter-America region, spoke, who gave the thought of the good night and congratulated the Salesian family for organizing the virtual pilgrimage. The Salesian community of Regensburg celebrated on 7th May the conferral of the Ministry of Accogliate and Lettorato to 16 Salesian students of theology. 6 were established as readers and 10 established as acolytes. The celebration took place in the church of the monastery of Regensburg, presided over by Monsignor Giacinto Bolos Marcuso, Latin Patriarchal Vicar for Jerusalem and Palestine, in the presence of Don Emmanuel Vezzoli, Vicar of the Salesian Province of the Middle East MOR, and Father Stanislaus Swamikanu, Rector of the community. May 9th, in the Salesian parish San Giovanni Bosco of Rango, Butare, Monsignor Felipe Rucamba, Bishop of the Diocese of Butare, presided over the blessing and inauguration of the parish church completely renovated. The renewal of the old church, where the first Mass was celebrated in Christmas 1986, was possible thanks to the efforts of parishioners and the Salesian Visitors Africa Great Lakes AGL. Renovations took a long time due to the pandemic. Don Pierre Celestine Goboka, superior of the Visitor AGL, speaking of the uncertainty in which the work began, recalled the circumstances in which Don Bosco built the great churches and quoted the historical phrase of the saint referring to Mary Help of Christians, "He did everything." The parish priest of Rango, Don Remy Sengiyumva, then recalled the history of the laudable initiative to completely renew the old church. The extraordinary visit to the Salesian province of Wroclaw, PLO, conducted on the behalf of Rector Major by Don Roma Jakomawic, Councillor for the Central and Northern Europe region, ended on 1st May. In the Salesian parish of St. Michael the Archangel, in Wroclaw, in the facilities of the old gymnasium, the provincial councillors, the directors of the communities and all the Salesians responsible for the works met. The fruits of the extraordinary visit, which embrace all the Salesian presences of the province, have been summarized. The meeting began with the Eucharist presided over by the councillor, who in his homily highlighted the value of Salesian service in the province and beautiful animated works. After the Eucharist at the Salesian school, in compliance with health regulations, the synthesis meeting of the extraordinary visit took place. Don Jakomawic presented his observation concerning Salesian work in the works where the Salesians of PLO province are present. The participants also had the opportunity to ask questions and talk about projects concerning the future of the province. The meeting made it possible to draw some conclusion that facilitate educational and evangelical work in the province. On 28th April, some 20 educators and teachers from Salesian realities in Germany, Austria, the Netherlands and Belgium came together digitally for a training program entitled Discovering the Power of Vulnerability Together with Young People. The initiative was promoted by several Salesian bodies, the Don Bosco Buildings Forum of the Province of Austria AUS, the Don Bosco Warming and Animate, the Province of North Belgium and Netherlands BEN, and the Jugends Pastoral Institute Don Bosco, the Province of Germany GER. Earlier in the day, participants were introduced to kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold paint. According to this art, traces of fracture and repair themselves contribute to the beauty of an object. From this technique, it has been obtained that even humans can heal thanks to the golden veins that transform the scars into something new, something more beautiful. Within virtual classrooms, he then reasoned together from these questions. How could we feel if we no longer had to hide the cracks in our lives? Is vulnerability possible to see it as an opportunity for growth and not just a weakness? A day before International Nurses Day on Tuesday, May 11th, Soumya Santosh, a home nurse hailing from Kerala, was killed in a mortar shell attack in Israel. The statistics released by the Trained Nurses Association of India indicates that 90 nurses have lost their lives in the fight against COVID-19 across India. The loss could be much more on a global count. We bow our heads before your selfless, restless, dedicated service rendered for humanity, more so in this war against the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, it is fitting to honor and thank the angels on earth on May 12th, International Nurses Day. The Indian Catholic Youth Movement Bangalore, in collaboration with Chameleon Fathers and Don Bosco Breads Bangalore, wished 500 plus nurses working in 2 major hospitals in Bangalore on International Nurses Day with gifts wrapped in love. The nurses were given a gift kit and assurance of moral support by the young COVID volunteers from Bangalore. The nurses were so happy when appreciated for their service to the COVID patients, said Father Anil Desa, a Salesian of Don Bosco and Youth Director of the Archdiocese of Bangalore. Their joy was boundless as tears welled up in their eyes when the youth wished them and promised support and prayers. Sister Maria, in charge of COVID patients in a hospital, remarked, "It's the first time people coming from outside and wishing us God bless for your loving service." Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.
Vanilla Dominic, Salesian sister from Bangalore. Here I am to share about my experience serving the COVID patients in different hospitals. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank three persons. First, the Almighty God. Secondly, my congregation. Thirdly, the Archdiocese, especially Father Anil. What we do during our voluntary service is our question sometimes. Usually we are 32 members serving in 2 hospitals with the 2 batches. Around 8 of us, we go in 1 batch. We reach to help the patients to brush their teeth, wash their face, feed them, take them to washrooms, clean them up and give them medicines, and we give them water. After that, we also counsel them, listen to them, and we encourage them. We make them understand that COVID is not only the thing which discourages people and takes them away. We really constantly we encourage them a lot. And I really thank God for giving me this opportunity to take care of so many patients. Within these 15 days, I was able to reach out to so many patients. And even today, I was telling to some of the patients that I will not come tomorrow onwards. Some of them were moved. And one particular patient also told me that, sister, today, I every day eat, it's only because of you. And some of the patients too say, how can I repay for all the good that you are doing to me? These are and each time when they thank me, I used to think to myself, I'm not worthy to receive this thanks. I always thank God for giving me that opportunity. I may be finishing within these 15 days, but if only God gives me another chance to serve and to be a volunteer, I really do my level best. Thanks to all for giving me this opportunity.